So today we will discuss about the importance of bacteria, right? So now importance can include like bacteria is harmful as well as beneficial for us. Like so in importance we will discuss about the advantages plus the disadvantages of bacteria. Right, so basically we have two types of importance. Right, number first is ecological importance. Right, ecological importance, and second is basically economical importance. So in this video we will just discuss about the ecological importance. Now basically ecological, it is derived from the word eco, system. Now what is basically ecosystem? Ecosystem is basically the relation, basically it shows us a relationship between a living and a non-living. Like it shows us a relationship between biotic and abiotic components. Right, for example, biotic means living. We have living as a plant, and abiotic, let's take water, right? So what is the relationship between the plant and the water? Like if we talk about us, we require oxygen in order to breathe, in order to proceed the reaction of respiration, right? So that is released by plant. So this is a relationship, so that is discussed in the ecosystem. So basically in ecological importance we will see that how to clean the environment, basically how to clean the environment, how to clean our important. So for that purpose we have basically three procedures, or you can say the process, in order to clean the environment, which are included in the ecological importance of the bacteria, right? So number first we have is nitrogen fixation. Now basically if we talk about the element nitrogen, which is very important for the plant for the purpose of growth and metabolic activities, right? It is important for us too, like it is required in the amino acid, and amino acid forms to make a polymer protein, and our whole the building block of our own body is protein, right? So obviously it is important for the plant for the purpose of growth and metabolic activities, right? So basically nitrogen fixation, basically in this there are nitrifying bacteria are involved. Nitrifying bacteria are involved in the nitrogen fixation. Like they have a mutualistic relationship with the plants. They have mutualistic association, or you can say the relationship, or you can say they have symbiotic relation, like they have symbiotic relationship with the plants, right? Basically they convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrates and nitrites, right? They convert the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates and nitrite. Basically the bacteria which are involved in this nitrogen fixation are basically rhizobium, and we have some cyanobacteria. Basically here we have like some leguminous plants, or you can say some leguminous plants have mutualistic relationship with bacteria, have mutualistic relation with bacteria. Basically the bacteria lives in the nodules in the leguminous plants. Now what are leguminous plants? For example we have pea, the plants which have covering, for example we have peas, right? These are leguminous plants. So I hope this nitrogen fixation is clear to you. Basically, we use nitrogen fixation in order to increase the soil fertility. To increase the soil fertility, right? We use this nitrogen fixation. Now, second which we have is basically humus formation. Second is humus formation, right? Now basically what is humus, we will discuss about this too. First of all, like any dead body, like consider that we have having a dead body of any animal or any plant, and we did fragmentation. Now what you will be wondering that what is now this fragmentation, what a new kind of word it is. Basically, fragmentations means to break down a substance, or you can say a animal, or like dead animal, dead plant, a dead substance into fragments, into parts. For example, this is whole and we have divided it into fragments, right? Fragments into different in small parts. Basically, this is known as fragmentation. Then the product, like there are a lot of processes, a lot of reactions in between, but the main reactions are these which I'll be talking about. Fragmentation, now this will convert it into detritus. Nice. Now detritus. Now there will be process of humification, and there will be the formation of humus. Now what is humus? Humus is basically partially decomposed organic matter. Let me write partially decomposed organic matter is known as humus. Basically, this humus contains nutrients, and it has basically the capability to hold water. It has water retention. It has water retention, basically to hold water capability. It has capability to hold a water. Now what is humus? Humus is basically the partially decomposed organic matter. It has nutrients, and it has water retention. Basically it has power to hold the water. Now what will happen after humus? There will be a process of mineralization. And minerals will be formed, right? Basically this process, this humus formation is done in order to basically increase the soil fertility, right? And one important thing, that this dead body, basically only bacteria and fungi has a power to basically decompose. They have only fungi that decomposes. They have only the power to decompose animals and plants, right? Only bacteria and fungi decompose animal and plant. So I hope this is clear to you. Now third is basically bioremediation. Basically it is a process in which we degrade the pollutants. We degrade the pollutants. Now what does this mean? Basically in this process we convert high toxic substances into low toxic substances. That is known as bioremediation. Basically we convert high toxic substances into less toxic substances in order to clean the environment. Why? To clean environment. and we use bacteria for it. Basically, some bacteria are naturally loving in order to basically. Now, what kind of substances they will be? There will be some toxic substances. There will be some isotopes. There will be some oil, or there will be mercury. Right. Basically, some bacteria are naturally lover towards these substances. Like some bacteria are lover of these substances, or if they are not, then they are genetically altered, or they are genetically altered to eat these toxic substances, or to taste these toxic substances. Basically, what does that mean? That naturally we have some bacteria, like naturally we have some bacteria which eat these kind of things in order to clean the environment. It's their natural behavior. But we have some naturally, and some like we have altered their genetic material. Well, we have changed their gene so they can eat that basically that toxic substances, so they can clean our environment, because we want our environment to be clean. For example, there was a ship, and it was full of oils and some toxic substances, and some dangerous incident happened to that ship, and that's why it got sank, right? So if now all the toxic substances, isotopes, and all the oil got dipped into that water, so now that all water is pollutant, and now we have to degrade that pollutant in order to make our environment clean. So we will use this bacteria so they can easily degrade those toxic substances, right? So I hope this is clear to you, this ecological importance of bacteria. So if you have any kind of queries, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be very glad to answer you guys, and my next video will be up on the economical importance.